And it's going down right now, baby. It's the daily, the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting. And I'm feeling like a real man should, and I'm hoping y'all feel like real men and women should tonight. It's gonna be y'all right. Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships, yo. You know that I heard. So tonight we're gonna get into something a little deep, a little shallow, a little right on the surface. We're gonna talk about something that makes some people nervous. Love before cell phones. What was love like before cell phones? In your opinion, was it better? Was it worse? Was it more convenient? Was it less convenient? Was it more impersonal, less impersonal? Nothing has changed. Do you think that cell phones has rearranged love? Well, we're going to talk about it tonight because I don't think that you can deny that life was a lot different. Life in itself was a lot different before cell phones came along. But I'm of the belief that cell phones has done a little bit to alter our love lives. Whether you're talking about the convenience that we have of speaking to each other whenever we are home, whenever we're not home, anywhere in the world, our expectations to be able to speak to one another whenever we feel like it, whether it's convenient for the other person or not right now. So, well, cell phones have definitely made our access to each other way, way more open. But some people don't even talk on their cell phones. Some people only text. So if that's the case, in today's generation, they don't seem to have a problem with texting only. But to our generation, we be like, that shit ain't cool. But doing things like texting only with no actual phone time can raise suspicion with certain people, and I think that's rightfully so. Hold on. What happened to my chat? I thought I saw a pity chat. There you go. But get this out of here. We don't need that. Okay. So let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping right now. Me and you know that the two of us are down. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily, the daily go get a business show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the. Well, then you just say Omar with the R's, the daily go get a business show all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope that y'all feeling like real men and women should right now. We're talking about love before cell phones. Do you remember when? Yeah. Reminisce on the love we had. So yeah, man. You know what I mean? If you can flip back the pages of time and think about what love was like, what relationships were like before you had cell phones. I mean, life was a lot different before not only we had cell phones, but before everybody had a cell phone. Remember when cell phones first came out, they were very expensive. Not everybody had one. Then more people start getting them, but they weren't things that you found everybody to have. Probably by about 2010, everybody had a cell phone for the most part. We were looking at now we had full-fledged smartphones and things like that. So people were getting rid of their flip phones and their polyphonic tone phones and stuff like that, and getting into internet-based telephones. She started getting rare. But there was a life before cell phones, and people didn't complain about the life that it was. Many people believe that cell phones has become a hindrance in love instead of something that has allowed love to flourish. Some good things about cell phones: free long distance. That was the number one thing. Free long distance. No more long distance. No more expensive ass long distance bills. Sprint, MCI, AT&T, and all those other little fly by night long distance companies that were out trying to save you a buck. They was raping us for decades. We got killed on long distance calls. Little did we know it didn't cost them anything for us to make long distance calls. We didn't know, and they sure wasn't telling us. They made a shitload of money on that. I always wonder how cell phones affected those long distance companies. Is that the thing that killed them? Or were they dying beforehand? All right. So love before cell phones. Like I said, free long distance. So that allowed us to be able to keep in touch with our sweetie in the next counties over, and the next states over. East Coast, West Coast, Dirty South, Midwest, up north, down south, So, that's one of the things that were more of the advantage of having a cell phone. But remember, when they first came out, not everybody had a cell phone. So you might have been getting free long distance because you could call, which was cool. But you were paying for those minutes. Remember, people were cloning phones and all that. I remember I had a clone phone. I had a hot phone. Free calls, baby. 1996. Free calls. It was on. It was so on. But anyway, so yeah, man, there were a lot of things that were going on before we had cell phones. Before cell phones, you had to wait until somebody came home in order to talk to them, unless you had their number to wherever they were. But it wasn't as simple as just picking up the phone and expecting people to answer. And that's another thing. Before cell phones, if you ain't want to talk on your phone, maybe you had an answering machine or a voicemail or something like that. You screened your calls. Now people be like, no, your phone is right there. You got to answer it. Some people live by that. I know people who are slaves to their phones. Like, if that thing ring, they got to answer it. Those people would not be me. I don't want to talk. I ain't answering. I don't care. But you see me calling you. I'm like, I understand all of that, but there's this thing called busy, and there's this other thing called not really feeling like being bothered. There's even sleep. But some people are slaves to their cell phones, and that can cause some problems for people who aren't slaves to their cell phone. So let's say you're dealing with somebody who is a slave to their phone. So they always answer when people call them, or let me put it this way. They always answer when it rings, and they expect other people to do the same. And anybody who doesn't follow that same protocol, then they consider them to be suspicious. They shady, they shisty. They got something to hide. Like, damn, because they didn't answer their phone. Well, I can see how that could get in the way of love. Because instead of back in the day when you would actually spend time with each other uninterrupted by phones, internet, stuff. Now it's not like that. You might be dealing with a person that's on social media the whole time y'all dealing with each other. Some people can deal with that. You have social media couples out there. I mean, that's what they do. But there are plenty of people who resent you being on your phone in their presence. Just doing something on your phone in their presence irritates some people. Real shit. And you won't know that until they let you know. And they will let you know. They will let you know. They will let you know you're not giving me enough attention. It don't show. Yeah, I'ma let you know you're on your phone too much right now. Yo, I need you to look in my eyes. I need you to put on your horse shades. Yeah, I need your attention. And I would like to mention something in your ear. And let's make things clear. You are my lovely dear. So, love before cell phones. What's going on? Emily Dunlap in the house. I said it. Emily and Stacy White. And what's going on? And Carol Chamber Lemon Favorita. Is that my brother Jeff Hawk? What's going on, my man? Yo, we gotta talk. And Norris Hill. I said my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Yo, what's going on, my brother? Thanks for coming on through. You know how we do. You know we ain't getting new. And T Carry Right, morning, noon, and night. It's always good to have my peoples going directly in your side. Do you know what I'm saying? So I believe that everybody that's in the chat right now is of age. We can all remember a time. Oh, Robin Ming. My big sis Robin Ming is always here to do her thing. She swings. She's something like a queen for a king. So all of us remember what life was like before cell phones. The question is, I'm sorry, what life and love was before cell phones. The question is, how was your love before cell phones? Was it better? If you're the type of person that's more suspicious of people because of the cell phone, and maybe you haven't even realized that, are you saying that before cell phones, your trust factor was a little higher? Have cell phones limited your ability to be able to trust people? It's actually a reasonable thing. To some people, they may say it's ridiculous. I don't think that it's ridiculous at all. I think that it's fair. It's fair to say that cell phones has raised our suspicion of people's activities. But has it gotten in the way of love? Maybe so. You know, before cell phones, there weren't selfies. People weren't sending you pictures, nudes, video, dick pics, titty shots. Wasn't a whole lot of that. No, actually wasn't none of that. You did that with a Polaroid. Even if you took that with a regular camera, if you took nude pictures of yourself or sexual acts of yourself or whatever, or somebody, you took that shit to photo mat, that shit was not coming back to you. You have negatives where you can see the pictures you took, but I bet you those pictures wouldn't be in that little envelope. Photo mat, baby. Photo mat, baby. Photo mat, bring back the photo mat. Yo, photo mat, baby. I gotta get my shit to develop, baby. Yo, it's gonna take about a week. You know what I mean? Get my pictures developed. We was at the party on vacation. We was having a lot of fun. And yo, get my pictures, baby. I'll tell you one thing. These cell phones sure has taken. It sure has hit the picture frame market hard. People don't frame pictures no more. You got too many pictures. How many pictures y'all got in your phone? I probably got thousands of pictures in a damn phone. Anything I see, I'm not developing that shit. Before cell phones, you took pictures seriously. You ain't take pictures of random shit like, no, man, I got paid to get this shit developed. I ain't taking pictures of no dumbass shit. All my pictures is rare. My pictures is rare. Queen Matu Mayini, Queen Monica Davis. What's going on, Queen Monica? How you feeling? I was good to see me, some you. Yes, it is true. I'm glad that you came and on through. Oh, I see we have a call on the line. Call, I'll be right with you in just a sizzak. But yeah, cell phones. Jeff Hawkins talking about some Carol. Yes, GPSing you, shaking my head, the insecurity or immaturity. Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to talk about all of that. Driving and having to make a call. You had to stop and find a payphone. That's right. But you took phone calls more seriously. You did. You know what I mean? Putting a napkin or some shit, between you and in a phone booth phone. Like y'all want that shit touching my ear. I don't know who done talked on this nasty ass phone. Or like fuck, just take the napkin and put it over the phone. Like, hello. Yeah, I hear you. You hear me? Yeah, all right, yeah. So anyway, yeah. We got lost, but we good now. We following the map and everything, and we stopped off. We stopped off at the rest stop and going through Ohio, somewhere around Toledo. But we good. So we should be there. I don't know, about 4 or 5 hours, whatever. We should be there. Chicago. So yeah. All right. Well, so I see you when I get there. If we run into any more problems, you know what I mean, I'll give you a call back. That's how it was. You on the road at a rest stop talking on a payphone. On a payphone. Collect calls. Shit was rare. Collect calls, baby. Love before cell phones. Narciso says, my poetic love letters were on point. I hear that. Letters were a real thing. Now letters are text messages. You know what I mean? Somebody would be like, man, I don't feel like reading all that shit. It don't even really be that long because, the sentence structure on a text message is only about 4 or 5 words. But it be looking long as shit. It be looking long. Jeff Hawkins says, much better back in the day before cells, when it was 10 cents a call and talk all day on the phone booth. Yo, you ain't never done lied. It's just that them phone booths was uncomfortable as shit. With them little metal phone line, you know what I mean? It was wrapped in like chrome metal and shit, it was a little bendy. It wasn't stretchy, but it was bendy. Carol Chamberlain says, yeah, people couldn't find you if you didn't want to be found. Now people putting trackers on phone. Oh my God. Yeah. Hey, Carol, tell me something. Let's get the show started. Got places to go, people to see. Just hush your mouth. How about that? You ever think about that? You ever hush? You probably never hushed before. But, it's a possible thing. Okay. All right. Robbie Ming says, I had a pager before cell phones. Then someone bought me a cell phone. Put it up in my closet. They only bought the cell phone to keep up with me. Yeah. I've seen that done. I've seen that done. Carol Chambers says, Omar, you want to tell us, you know that, tell us how you know that about pictures? Man, listen, I got thousands of pictures in my shit. You know, giving birthday shout outs. I got all them pictures in my phone and shit. I be deleting them. But I got so much storage in my shit. I don't have to delete nothing. But you know, I be deleting like, man, I don't need these pictures. Okay, Jeff Hawkins says, I've had a woman have her niece in college clone my phone with hers so she knew all of my messages. Come on, man. Shaking my head crazy to me. Yeah, that's much. That's bad. Now you gotta think, like, what if there were no cell phones? She would have actually had to be on foot patrol following you. And she probably would have hired a private investigator or something like Wendy Williams would do and encouraged other people to do. Oh, stupid ass. All right, Robin Ming says, a member of my family has her cell phone hooked up with her man. Woo, 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 woo. Emily says, Jeff, I would have done fake messages just to give her something. Nah, that ain't smart. No, it says, I used to bring my A game when it came to love letters for a girl I was crazy about. We even had some professional photos taken and shared them with some people. My mom was like, look at you. I hear that. Okay. All right. Like I said before, we have a caller on the line. Yeah. Caller on the, yeah. Caller on the line right now. Let's get to them. And I hope that they down. Caller with the last numbers 4828. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind? Thank you for holding.
Thank you for having me. I actually made notes.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's about to get rad.
So, first thing are these nudie pics.
Uh-huh.
When you took nudie pics and you got them developed, you had to go to the 1 hour photo. And then you had to wait right there in their face.
Uh-huh.
So they knew that you were on to the fact that they probably made 2 sets. Because in 1 hour photos, you could usually see, the developing room was right there behind the counter.
Okay.
So you standing. That's my little note for the nudie photos.
Okay.
Or maybe it isn't me. I don't know. I mean, not really me, but people I knew, like friends.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what Carol was talking about. Hold on. That's what Carol was talking about in the comments. She was talking about when I was talking about the photo mat. Oh yeah. Yeah, I knew plenty of people who tried to take, nude pictures and all that kind of stuff. They would get that envelope back. No photos. Listen, I didn't take pictures. I didn't take no nude pictures of nobody, with regular cameras. Because I was like, I've seen what happened to people when those pictures got circulated. I was like, nah, we good. We ain't got to play them games. I seen you naked before. I'm good with that. I'm good with the memory. You know what I mean? I'm going to see you again. Look. I'll be like, we ain't here for show anyway. This ain't for show. So, but yeah.
But back in the days, like you mentioned earlier, we wrote letters more. We linked up outside more. I will say that before cell phones, people who were insecure were crazier. I know that sounds kind of weird, but if somebody who was insecure couldn't reach you on the phone, they sure enough were on foot or in their car at your house patrolling, like driving around your block, all kinds of crazy stuff. These days, you'll just see a fight video and that's that. But back in the days, people had guns. They were, breaking windows, knocking on your door, but kicking in your door. It was kind of wild. So I'll say that about not having love before cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
With cell phones, I feel like there's too much texting. Texting can be convenient within certain situations, but I feel like people have lost the art of conversation. People have lost the art of conversation when it comes to building relationships. But you have to couple it with social media as well, because I feel like social media has expanded, and the cell phones have expanded the dating pool and made some folk insatiable. Back in the days before cell phones, and you were, trying to get to know somebody, you were trying to love somebody, you held on to that connection. The connection meant more. That you had a higher regard for the connection that you were making with somebody.
I agree. I agree to a certain. I agree with the last part that you said. The art of conversation it has definitely been compromised. I think texting has just ruined conversation. I really do. Some people may say that it has added to conversation because people who don't like to talk like to text, and many people feel like they are able to get their point across better through the written word, or should I say the misspelled word, than they are with the the spoken word. So if you're the type of person who doesn't feel like you're dealing with somebody who gives you a chance to get your point across or say what you need to say, or if you're dealing with somebody who is intimidating, or someone who doesn't seem to care or understand your form of communication, maybe texting seems like a more viable option for those people who love to text. I think that texting sucks. However, I think that it's a necessary evil in today's society. But when you really trying to get to know somebody or get close to somebody, I think texting only is unacceptable. But many people of this generation don't feel that way. And some people from our generation don't feel that way either. They are perfectly fine with text. But I'm like,
well, how do you hone your communication skills within that relationship? If all you're doing is texting, I used to make a joke, oh, what are you going to do? Have an argument via text? You know what people actually do? They will have a full on argument via text over and over and over again, and then say, I don't understand what's wrong with our relationship. You're not talking. Yeah. So it has, like you said, it's compromised it. It's compromised communication, in my opinion, when it comes to love.
I think it is giving love a little hit, because with cell phones, it has. I think that it has, to a large degree, raised people's suspicions of people's motives because of that phone, to the point where you may meet somebody, and before you even get to know them, you're worried about what's in their phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't give some people don't give themselves a chance to enjoy being in a person's presence. They're worried about who do they have in their phone? What do they have in that phone? What you got in that bag? What you got in that bag? A couple of photos. So it's real shit, and some people aren't even aware of how negatively some cell phone users have impacted their lives. They don't even see it. They think that this is just the way of the world. When today we're not going back to the way it was, which is all true, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to totally submit to what cell phones have brought to the table. It does, and it definitely doesn't mean that your love life or your life as a whole has to be compromised because of your cell phone. Cell phones have an off button just like everything else. But for many people, they have we have elected to never turning our phones off. Like, no, it's how are we going to ever know what's going on? Totally forgetting that there were ways that we knew what was going on before, or didn't give a shit because it didn't apply to us. So when we talk about love, and we talk about love before cell phones, well, let's do a little exercise. Let's break it on down. Let's break it on down.
Okay.
Now, what we have, we weren't able to just talk to somebody whenever they weren't home, or whenever we wanted to. Now,
instant access.
Was that better or was it worse? What's your opinion?
Is having instant access better or worse?
Yeah. Well, what I'm asking is, was it better before? In terms of love, was it better before you had the instant access, or worse?
I think it was better.
You think it was better? Okay.
I think it was better. Yeah, I think it was better. I think about my experiences before cell phones. I would get excited about calling somebody on the phone, or if I really, depending on what I wanted to talk about, when I was still at my parents' house, going to a payphone, and calling that person and talking to them for a while, I don't know. I feel like it was better.
Yeah. I can agree.
Before you have instant access.
Okay.
Having instant access, it's kind of intrusive in my opinion. It's intrusive because it's like this expectation that you are always supposed to be available. Guess what? Those of us that have lives, I had a life back then. I have a life now. Those of us who have lives are not always accessible. But cell phones has created this expectation that every time I call, every time I text, you have to pick up or you have to respond within a certain time period, or it's going to be a goddamn problem. And I'm sorry, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I'm not always going to be accessible. And it should not be a problem if I'm not accessible. So back in the day, it was just like, hey, I called their house. They're not home. You automatically thought they must be busy. Maybe they're at work, maybe they're at school, maybe they're doing shit. Now you're like, what the fuck? Everybody's like snapping out because you didn't respond to a text message within 30 minutes. And this is men and women, or women and men. I've had a guy or two or three snap out because I did not respond, within a certain time period. Now, I'm the wrong woman to do that too. That led to me laughing, and I don't think that makes for building a good relationship. And me laughing at you, but I think it's stupid,
Yeah.
So to answer your question, the short answer would have been for me to just shut up and just say before. I liked it before.
Okay. I'm on the fence about it, and I'll tell you why. Before, if you and somebody you were dealing with or interested in were separated from each other, you wouldn't. The time that you spent together was very, very limited, and the communication was very, very limited, and the opportunities to really get to know each other verbally were limited. So on one hand, you had to take advantage of the time that you had, and maybe you did. I suspect that not everyone did, but you were able to do that. Well, hold on.
That's what made it better, because you had to take advantage of the time that you had in front of each other because you didn't have all that access.
Okay. All right. But there's the other side of it where Now that you have cell phones, let's say if you and your woman or you and your man don't live together, or if you're not in the same neighborhood or the same city, town, state, or whatever, now on your way to work, or on your way to wherever, you can pick up the phone and talk to your sweetie, or if you have a job that allows you to be on the phone all day, you can do that. You can just be rapping to your girl. Like, yeah. So whereas you would have had certain aspects of your personality and your conversation would have taken maybe days, weeks, or months to develop. Now, boom, every day. You don't have to get off the phone when you leave the house. You know what I'm saying? You can talk on your way. So let's say you have a job that you have a daily commute. So you have an hour or so drive to work. Now that hour, you may be able to spend talking to the one that you're interested in. So that can actually help love to grow. So that's why I say I'm on the fence about it. You know what I'm saying? There is a convenience factor that actually is a good thing, in my opinion. So in that regard, I'm going to give it to, that's a plus. I'm going to give that win to cell phones. You know what I'm saying? Now let's go to let's go to text messages. Since I know we just talked a little bit about it, but there were no text messages before. Now there are text messages. And some people believe that it has given us an alternative way to communicate with each other, which is good. Like now, if you don't have time to talk, or if you don't have a job that will allow you to be on the phone or whatever, you can send a little text. Hey, I was just thinking about you. I can't wait to see you later on, or whenever I get a chance to see you. The X's and O's, hearts, and blah 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 blah. So to some people, hey, that's a good thing. That's great. I'm looking forward to my morning text. Hey, morning text. Good morning text. So for some people, that's a good thing. For some people, it has cut off the communication like you were just talking about. So, so for my purposes, I'm going to give the win to before cell phones. I can do without text messages. I just can. You know what I mean? I can deal. I use them just like anyone else, but I could definitely do without them. Mm-hmm. So I'll give before cell phones. I'll give that the win.
Yeah, I'm going to give that win to before cell phones as well. I do appreciate being able to shoot a text message and say I'm thinking about you, or I'm thinking about last night, or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Because back in the day, you had to wait till you linked up and then said you had to say all that in their ear while you were doing what you do. But now you could just shoot them a quick text message and let them think about that all day. But other than that, I don't know. I'm a person who I like to take my time anyway. So there's always going to be certain aspects of social media, cell phones, things that we have today that I don't vibe with completely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but I would like to give a shout out to all of the women out there who may have looked, the babe, you should have seen me today. I look so cute. Send those little messages, like, damn, you ain't never gonna lie. You look fine as shit today. Before text messages, we didn't have that. Like, you look good today? Yeah. Like, but even on the phone, it was what you got on. Now it's, yo, let's do a little FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to be fair. As far as the
there's nothing wrong with the imagination.
I'll take the actual, the actual visual over the imagination. Because that imagination shit was, to me, that shit was mad bogus. You know what I mean? Like the imagination was the makeup back in the day before cell phone. Like it was a lot of lying with that imagination. It was a lot of lying. It was a lot of lying. You know what I mean? Okay. What about the blind? What about the blind? The blind meeting, the blind phone calls, the blind dates by phone back in the day.
Yeah, but we have catfishing now. That's one of the drawbacks of these cell phones is catfishing. I mean, I'd rather have my imagination, and then you show up like, damn, that's not what I imagined. Then that's all on me. But nowadays they send you these bogus pictures, and I mean it's a completely different person. It's not just you were fat, so you're fat, and I thought you were skinny. It's like you're not even black. You're not black. You're a little white old man. You know what I mean?
You got to be smarter nowadays. So whereas back in the day, well, in the earlier days of cell phones, you're right about the pictures and all of that. It was easier to catfish. Now you want to beat catfishing? Video. Now don't send me no pictures. Video. Let's do it now. You got video on your phone. Let's go. Messenger, WhatsApp, or just that little video feature on your phone. So when a motherfucker get the lion saying, "Oh no, my phone ain't working right." Oh yeah, how you on it then? You know what I'm saying? This is not 2004, 2005. No, your phone worked. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you get catfished nowadays, it's because you haven't done any homework at all. You are getting F's all in blind dating class. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't ready for the world. But fuck pictures. Seriously, fuck pictures. You're right. Catfishing with the pictures and all of that is that shit ain't the bomb. But back in the day, there was a different kind of catfishing. There was a different kind of the catfishing back in the day was just straight up lying. Yeah, I'm light skinned. Yeah. I got pretty eyes. I got shoulder length hair. And people be asking me if my butt real and stuff like that. But and you see this chick in person, you like, hey, yo, wait, huh? Back in the day, you get somebody co-signed whoever was lying to you. Like, yo, so you gonna hook me up with your cousin? Yeah, man, you gonna like my cousin. She this, she that, blah, blah. And I showed her your picture. And she, she like you. So it's gonna be blah, blah, blah. And you see a cousin like, yo, you told me your cousin was this, that. I'm saying, but like, I'm telling you, gonna like her though, because my cousin is cool. But listen, I understand your cousin is cool. But you said your cousin was pretty. That's the only problem I got. I'm down with your cousin being cool. But you said, and your cousin said, where the shoulder length hair? Do her shoulders start here? Right above her ear? Man, your cousin got a fade. Man.
Oh, God, bless you.
Bless you too. Your cousin got a fade. I ain't feeling your cousin. So
you bringing up memories, man. I had somebody do that to me before. This guy told me he was my height, and he really didn't have to be my height because I pushed him. Because I don't mind short guys, and I'm tall. And he told me he was my height, and he was this, that, and the other. And I said, I don't know. So I decided to meet him at 42nd Street, Times Square, because at the time they had like a bowling alley and an arcade on the lower level. Bless you again. I show up, and I always say, what you gonna have on? I'm gonna have this, that on. He's a friend of a friend, and he told me exactly what he's gonna have on. The only thing I saw was some nigga that looked like Feifel from American Tail. He really looked like the little mouse Feifel. I was so mad. I kept hiding in the corner, but he saw me. And then I ain't had a heart to be like, nigga, you're Feifel looking ass. And so we went out. He was a nice guy. So he looked like Feifel. He looked like nothing he said.
Yeah.
Live. He had no shoulder length hair, nothing.
So now, before cell phones with the blind date thing, before social media and all of the profile thing like that, yeah, just like what you were talking about before, you would have to meet them at a neutral place or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it was still, I remember certain tactics that we would employ, those of us who got burned by a bad blind date adventure. We had to start doing things like, all right, yeah, meet me in the gallery at the McDonald's, in front of the McDonald's. And what we would do is we would go on the second floor where we could look down at the McDonald's, because we'd be like, oh, I'm gonna have on a red shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You wear a blue shirt. You know what I'm saying? Or green, or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I ain't gonna be able to get identified by this mud duck. You know what I'm saying? This potential mud duck. He was a mud duck. You know? So yeah. So we had to employ those types of tactics. So if it was a girl that, or a boy in your case, that we liked, it was like, okay. Like, yo, yeah, hi, my name Omar, you know what I mean? But you said you was gonna have on a red shirt. Yeah, I spilled a milkshake. I spilled the milkshake on my shirt. I just went in Sunshine Blues and got me a new shirt. This is a brand new shirt. What you do with your old shirt? I threw that shit out. I threw it out. Good. You ready to go to movies? You know what I'm saying? So there were advantages. Okay, but okay, who's going to get the win? Who wins in the blind date game? Before cell phones or after cell phones? I think it's a clear win. Huh?
After cell phones.
That's a clear win. Yeah, after cell phones is winning, and with that one, that's winning. All right. Before cell phones. Okay.
Well, wait a minute. We're just completely Xing out the fact that people just met up in person before cell phones.
But they still do after cell phones. No, they still meet up after cell phones. We haven't introduced social media yet. I'm not even talking about that.
Well, no, I'm just saying in general, we were meeting and that initial attraction was being made right off the bat, So you can build right there from that first day and then exchange your phone numbers.
Yeah. But don't people do that after then people do that, or don't people do that after cell phones?
Well, after cell phones, you see, now that everybody has a cell phone, you cannot have this discussion about cell phones without coupling it with social media.
No, yes, you can.
Because a lot of it.
Yes, you can.
Why?
Because there was no social media when cell phones first came out, and even after social media, hold on, and even after social media came out, it wasn't available on your cell phone for everybody. Like when Black Planet and MySpace was out, you couldn't get that shit on your cell phone. So it wasn't.
You could only get AOL. You could only get AOL.
Yeah, well, that's not social media, but okay.
Because you had the chat rooms and the AOL Messenger all on your cell phone if you had a Nokia.
It wasn't there yet. We just weren't there. We weren't there.
We weren't. No,
you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
You're right.
All right, calm down. So probably not until around 2010. I'm going to say like 2010, 2000, between 2010 and 2013 was when people started regularly getting on social media from their cell phones. You know what I mean? Before then, or should I say up until then, most people got on social media from their computers. It wasn't even their phones. You know what I'm saying? Like so there was definitely meeting up with people before and during cell phones. So we ain't gonna get into this social media shit yet. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? We still have plenty to explore. Yeah. You all, like, you know what I mean? You're gonna lose this relay race. Like, yo, you right there on the disqualifying line. Like, nah. You can't do that.
No. Penalty.
Right? Like that pistol did not shoot yet. It did not. Just did. All right. So all right. So the other things about before cell phones, what else do we have? Oh, caller ID. Caller ID. Right. Now we had caller ID on the home phone.
Yeah.
But when cell phones first came out, that was before caller ID came out. When did caller ID come out? Like about 1990, what 1992? 1993?
Look it up.
Because before then it was star 67, baby. No, I'm gonna say star 69. Yeah, I said it's star 69, baby. Okay.
Right now.
Hold on. I got you. Don't even worry about it.
1987.
1987. It did?
That's what it says.
I ain't know nothing about no call ID in 1987. It was straight star 69, 1987. If it was even that, was it?
They said it was available, readily available by New Jersey Bell in 1987 and made available completely to its customers in 1988.
I ain't never seen no call ID box in 1987 to 88.
But apparently there was a prototype for the call ID display back in 76.
Yeah, so I'm not believing none of that because that shit. I know when I saw the first caller ID box, that had to be like around 1994. It definitely was not out in 1993 because I would have had it. So I'm a little shaky on 1994.
In New York got it 1992.
New York didn't even have star 69. Y'all didn't.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Y'all ain't have it early. Y'all was late on that shit. Y'all was late as hell on that shit. Huh?
If your phone couldn't do, yes, we did. If your phone couldn't do star 69, you just pressed 1169 and it did the same thing.
Why wouldn't your phone be able to do star 69? Y'all had phones without star.
Some people still have rotary phones. But look, Full ID came out was available in 1992. In 1992.
Yeah, I can't. Yo, we already overtime on this show. We got to do a part 2. This shit.
So for real,
I can't.
People made.
I can't do it. I can't do this shit. And I started this show on time. This shit too well. You know what I mean? My bad. Go ahead, finish. Go ahead, finish what you said.
No, all I'm saying is that even with all the conveniences that cell phones offer, I still prefer the good old fashioned, connection that was made. It's real. People took their time and to get to know each other because they didn't have all of these other distractions.
Well, yeah, I'll agree with that because
I felt like the dude who stepped to me really wanted to step to me, like really wanted to step to me back then. I wasn't in this grand pool. Even though you knew you were in a pool, you didn't feel like you were in a pool. It's like, I see you, I want you, and we're gonna see where this goes. Not I'm on Instagram and WhatsApp and Facebook, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, I appreciate the connections that were made back in the day.
Well, one thing is for sure: when you went out before cell phones, when you went out, y'all had each other. Y'all did have to concentrate on each other. It wasn't no phone was going to ring. Even in the beeper days, it was like, okay, your beeper keep going off, but all right, well, ain't no phone around to call the beeper. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, they didn't lock up my whole crew or whatever. Whatever. But yeah, so that part of life and love before cell phones, yeah, I would definitely give it to that. But I did like cell phones with the caller ID. I like caller ID. Caller ID is the best phone invention ever. Fucking ever. Because I remember years thinking like it would be so dope to know the number of the person that's calling you. Like pre-call screening, like, yo, I don't have to answer that. That shit right there. No, dude. No. And then, prayers were answered. Like they came out with call ID with that stupid box. Before it didn't even have a name. It just had the number. Like, we was good with that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, cheap box, and it kept growing, kept getting a little better. Technology kept getting a little better. But so okay, so then there's that, and let me see. We'll get a couple of more in before we get on about it here. Okay, before cell phones. Okay, before cell phones, you weren't able to, or you didn't necessarily. Okay, let me put it this way: before cell phones, you had to remember phone numbers. You had to remember phone numbers. So I think that, and I may be wrong about this, but I honestly believe that back when we remembered back when we remembered phone numbers by heart, I think we also remembered other things by heart. I think that our brains were a little better structured, a little bit more acute, a little bit more astute, a little sharper. I remember being able to memorize, I don't know how many numbers, you know what I mean? But I knew people's numbers, and especially people's home numbers. There are people's home numbers that I remember to this day. You know what I mean? If they parents still live there, I remember that number.
Mm-hmm.
So, now you might be in love with somebody. You might not know their fucking number on some real shit. Like I kind of know it when I see it, but you can't recite it. Now, on the plus side, before you used to lose numbers and stuff like that with your cell phone, you don't ever have to worry about losing phone numbers. So some people might say, well, that's a good thing. I don't have to remember numbers. That's not so important, but at least I have the numbers, and I have the numbers forever. I think that anything that increases your brain power is a good thing. So I'm going to go, you know what? I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to call this one a tie because there are conveniences, or should I say there are advantages and disadvantages on both sides. Before, when you lost that number, you lost the number. You met a chick at the movies, coming out of the movie, seeing The Last Dragon. Yo, she was fly. Yeah, I'm saying, your hair in the bob. Yeah, me. Yo, she was. But I lost the number, man. We was on the sub. I went to go get the number. I was gonna show my man the number because I was gonna call Shorty as soon as I got home. I ain't the number. And I ain't give her my. Why you ain't giving yours? Because I was gonna call her, man. I was gonna call her. You lost that number. Sometimes you would, by chance, see each other again, but it was gonna be by chance because you lost that number. Cell phones, you don't lose numbers. Call logs and all of that shit, all that kind of shit. Phone books, call logs, text messages, and stuff like that. So, but I honestly believe that if we don't remember phone numbers anymore, we probably don't remember a lot of other things anymore either. We probably don't remember things that we can't remember not remembering. What'd you say?
I said nothing like getting somebody's number and then it's raining outside and it gets wet and then you can't read the number anymore. I was just thinking.
Oh no! How about this? Before phone numbers started to become 10 digits. So let's say you and your man. I'm talking about two dudes. They go to the movies. Yo, man, we gonna go see RoboCop. All right, we go see RoboCop, and we meet some girls after in the movies. RoboCop. All right, yo, I don't have. You got a pen? No, I ain't got no pen, but I gotta get her number. So she give me the number. All right, the number is 844-2936. All right, all right, this is your job, man. You remember the 844 part. I'll remember the 3926. What's your number? What's your numbers? 844. Okay, mine is 3926. I don't know if you know anything about that, but we used to do that a lot. And it worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked. So there was some, there was some good stuff. There was some good stuff about techniques that we had to employ before cell phone numbers. Okay. Sucré je toi. Sucré. JTX says, I remember our home number was. Oh shit, she got the letters in this shit. Hold on. GR64709. The GR is exchange. Look, that's some old West Philly number. That's some old West Philly number. You know what I mean? It was GE8 or Victor 9 VI9. Yeah, that's what's up though. But yeah, so there were definitely some good things about love or some different things about love before cell phones. So many people may believe that cell phones have messed up our ability to love. I think that if you love with your heart, I don't think that cell phones are going to get in the way. If you insist on growing the love between you and someone else and they're on the same page, I don't think that cell phones will become an issue. However, they still may.
Yeah, that's the factor though. Mm-hmm. You have to be on the same page. And these days, so many people aren't. That's why so many people are finding it hard to find love. because some people are, their mindset is that of before cell phones, and other people are in the now.
Well, there was a reason that I chose to keep it just cell phones and not in social media, because once you start adding in social media, you add a whole new element of confusion, and I don't want to do it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wasn't talking about social media. I'm just talking about being on the same page. I was agreeing with you about being on the same page.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's hard to talk about cell phones nowadays without talking about social media. Nowadays,
yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah,
it's very, very hard. Even it's hard. You know what I'm saying? The game has definitely changed. So that's what we're working with. Chef Hawkins' number was CE6 222. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Y'all giving out y'all mama cell phone. I mean, giving out y'all mama phone number. It's gonna be a problem up in here. It's gonna be a problem up in here.
7263. I remember.
Yeah, can I get those 7 digits? It ain't sound right, low. Yo, can I get your 10 digits? Like, it just didn't have the same ring. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I need them 10 digits. Like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 7 digits, baby. I need the 7 digits. Okay. One last one for Throwback Thursday.
Okay.
One last thing for Throwback Thursday. Before cell phones, first of all, this can't be discounted. Before cell phones, a phone call was important. People waited for that phone call. They waited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, such and such said that they were going to call tonight. I want to make sure I get that call. People be setting up candles and, having music in the background, setting an ambiance for a phone call. You know what I'm saying? Like getting right. Let me get on my phone talking pillow. You know what I'm saying? Get right. Brothers had their phone voice. Yeah, so how you doing? You good? Yeah, I wasn't really doing nothing, like I had to take out the trash for my mom, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes she be going crazy on me, but everything cool though. But what's up with you? What's up with you? Like, what you like to do? You understand? Like a phone call was expected. It was expected. You told somebody you was gonna call, you needed to call. Because if you didn't call, the next day at school or whatever, she come and grab your hand and be like, well, your finger's not broke. They ain't broke, right? So what happened last night? You said you was going. That don't hurt when I do this? No? Okay. So a phone call was a big deal. It was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wanted to get to know somebody, you had to talk to them. You had to talk to them. Their phone call was a big deal. That's how brothers learned how to get their little rap on. The rap was not a hip hop. A rap was, so, so I go to George Washington High, and I'm a junior. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already starting to think about what I'm gonna do after I get out of school, because I got a little job right now, and I'm setting up my internship for work. So when I graduate next year, whatever, so I'm gonna be going to Tulane University and everything like that, because they got this program that's gonna allow me to make a whole bunch of money so I can take care of my family. And you are very much a part of my future and everything like that, because I can tell me and you gonna be together for a long time. I'm already feeling that. So, you know. But what's up with you?
Wow.
But what's up with you, though?
Yo, those phone calls were very important. They were important enough for you to beat up your siblings if they got on the phone.
Yo.
You hear me? Yo, like real knuckles. You hear me? Real knuckles. So, man, listen.
The cell phone. One thing that the cell phone took away was it was your personal cell phone. Nobody will pick up the phone and dial in your ear without listening first to see if anybody's on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Somebody pick up the phone. Yo, mom. Oh, hello? Mom, I'm on the phone. No, we on the phone. And it's only going to be me on the phone, because your phone time is over. You know what I mean? Sort of like jail. No more phone time. I gotta use the phone. But wait a minute, who you talking to on the phone? Or who you talking to on my phone anyway? Excuse me, because I ain't hear nobody introduce themselves. Hello? Somebody on this phone? Hello? Oh, how you doing? How you doing, Miss McCrae? Oh, hey, how you doing? But it's okay. But my last name is Johnson. You know, they got different fathers. But anyway, Lisa can call you back tomorrow, because you know y'all done for the night. Yeah. How old are you anyway? Because you sound like a grown man. Nah, I'm 17. 17 with a Barry White boy. Get off this goddamn Lisa. Hang up the goddamn phone. You ain't talking to Barry tomorrow night either. All right, we gotta get on the body. Hey, shit used to happen. It was real. Yeah. Cell phones made the phone all yours. And that's a good thing, and it's a bad thing, because when cell phones became all yours, people started doing sinister shit without nobody else being able to know. When the phone had to be shared among other people in the house, it mitigated a lot of shit, a lot of evil. Once the phone became like, yo, this is all my personal information, nobody gonna know. You know, people started doing some strange shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is what it is. But to what you were saying earlier, people still, people still bust out windows and slash tires and show up at places and all of that. They was doing that before cell phones, and I'm not so sure if they didn't do it with more frequency before cell phones. I'm just not sure. But you had to find the motherfucker first.
It was more intense because you had to find the motherfucker first.
Well,
when you found the motherfucker, you were like, oh, you were gonna make it count. Like, people were really wilding back then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you were gonna make it count. And you did have to find them. But guess what? If you didn't find them, you would just wait till the motherfucker got home and do it there.
Yep, you'd be parked right outside the house.
Shout out to people. Oh, shout out to the unfortunate people who lived in an apartment building and was not able to get to the car on time. Oh well. Somebody car getting fucked up. Don't nobody in the building know who that is. Evidently they was cheating, because it says right here, no good cheating motherfucker. Yeah, look, it's written right there. It's written right there. And he must be kind of soft, because it says here, pussy
Oh.
All right, man. We got listen.
I'm sorry.
All right, we gotta get on up out of here. Once again, thank you. Thanks for the participation. Thanks for the information. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate the enhancement. I really, really do.
Oh, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right, holla back. All right, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious July 1st. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Danielle Bryant, happy birthday to you, Danielle. And also Courtney Lewis turning 47 years old today. And Lydia, Lysia. I guess you probably pronounce that Lisa, L-Y-S-I-A. Lisa Johnson, happy birthday to you. And Blanche Bracewell turning 36 years old today. And Arias Jacqueline turning 31 years old today. And Sonia Huey turning 57 years old today. And Eric Allen turning 53 years old today, and Antonia Hamilton, otherwise professionally known as, all I know is she's a life coach. She definitely wears that badge. What is her passion sunflower? Something like that. Passion sunflower. Something like that. Happy birthday to you. And last but not least, last but not least, last but not on the rip. Last but not least, even though he's not telling the truth on here, it's the truth. Turning 40 years old today, the big 4-0, and I can't believe this shit. My man, my dude, my guy, my big brother, Gamel McIntyre, aka Smoke. Happy birthday to you. Happy 40th birthday, man. I can't believe you entering the 40-40 club. What you doing here? Hey, yo, son. Hey, what you doing here? But I'm glad to see you here, man. I hope that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're making the best of it and having a lot of fun because you're blessed. Word up. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious July 1st, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on into the damn, the rock out, rock on into the damn, rock out, rock on into the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, before cell phones, we was talking. After cell phones, yeah, we still talking, maybe not talking as much or about the same things, but we still queens, still kings, and we still going to make sure the communication goes between the two of us and still bust a move on each other and make love together. And when I say make love, I'm not talking about always in the bedroom. Yo, soon we going to have to get to know each other, and when we do, it won't be like sister and brother, but still, we still good friends. We make ends, and we still make sure that we tend to the business at hand. You a woman and I a man, and we gonna make a band. Put together a few more members like the kids and the other family in-laws. Y'all know. One thing is the truth is that we can't go back to what life and love was before cell phones. But we can take the lessons that we learned from before we had cell phones, and we can make something and come to a meeting of the minds with someone of like minds that remembers the good times and take from that and give to each other what we both need. So why not do that? I know I'm down. Are you? Are you? Are you? Well, we're going to talk about it, see about it, be all up in it, still in it to win it. That's real. So with that being said, yo, man, I want to thank y'all all for coming through. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to the broadcast as much as I enjoyed broadcasting it to you. Please make sure that y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I don't know why y'all wouldn't just like the show. I mean, it just doesn't make no sense. If it's 12 people left in the chat room, why aren't there 12 likes? It should be way more than that, but hit the like button. That's all I ask. You know, I know if you still here, there has to be something about the show that you was digging. Show a little love. It ain't gonna show your email address or whatever. You hit the like button. It don't give out names. Please just do me that one little solid. Just give me a little solid. A little solid, you know what I'm saying? You know, give me a little algorithm. Just not a lot. Just give me a little algorithm.
90 seconds.
A little algorithm. A little algorithm. Yeah. A little algorithm beat. It's going to be all right, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another installment of the Daily Go Getimism Show. 7 p.m. tomorrow night. So it's on. It's rare on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say peace and I will release y'all back into the pub. It's going to be a rub. So Blog Talk. I get back. I holler back. 1. Peace. And for my Instagrammers, Fire Slammer Jammer, thanks for coming through and listening to my grandma word. And for my YouTubers, y'all know what to do, buzz. Love y'all to death, man. Peace.